Okay, welcome everyone. This is Bobby Ozuna. Tonight is my formal announcement of a business venture that I've been working to for quite some time. So I have been leading up to an announcement on social media. I've been telling everybody that there's something special that I'm working on the side. People who know me for a long time know that I've been building up to this moment. So tonight is officially my formal announcement of a very personal, a very special business venture that I'm going on. So I am literally live right now with a host of friends. I'm literally sitting with about 15 of my really good friends, excited to share the news for two big things that I plan on doing. The first one is the iTutor Math Show. So I have been alluding to, I've been hinting, I've been kind of leading to sharing some idea for something that I plan on doing. I posted images, I posted some logo ideas, and people have been contributing. And so tonight I'm officially stepping out on faith. I'm stepping out to do something that I'm extremely nervous for. I'm super excited, but honestly, I'm really nervous. So quick backdrop for those of you who know me and those of you who don't know me. So I've been teaching mathematics for 14 years. I've been teaching in the private sector for 14 years, but I've also taught at the Fort Worth ISD at the high school level. I've also taught at Tarrant County College at the junior college level. I've had the privilege in the past 14 years of teaching adults trying to get their GED, middle school students trying to get to high school students trying to get out of high school. I've worked with students who are struggling to pass what used to be the tax test. If you're familiar with the state standardized tests in Texas, as an example, it used to be called the tax test, and then it became the STAR test. I'm very familiar, very strong with both of those standardized tests. I've worked with students that are trying to get their GED. I've worked with students who are trying to pass the ASVAB to get into the military. I've worked with students who are trying to get into the police academy, to the fire academy, people who are trying to pass remedial mathematics to get into college math, and students who are trying to pass college mathematics. So quick story, I want to share a story with you. About 3 months ago, I was laid off from a job that I worked at for 4.5 years, roughly 4.5 years. And if you've ever been through a layoff or a moment of your life that kind of really helps you put things in perspective, I faced it about 12 weeks ago. I was laid off from a job. I recently became a grandfather to a beautiful little girl. My granddaughter, her name is Aria Rose. She's not allowed to call me grandpa. Right now, I'm her daddy's dad. But I became a grandfather. I was laid off from a job. There was some relationship changes that really impacted me. And also, there was somebody very special and very close to my family that passed away. All of these things happening at the same time really forced me to put things into perspective. And so really what I did was I sat down and I thought, okay, what is it that I want to do? So as an example, when I went to the memorial of this family member that passed away, and sitting there watching him, I couldn't help but wonder, what is going to be my legacy? What is going to be the thing that I leave behind when I'm gone? Is it going to be that I was a good father? I hope so. Is it going to be that I was a great grandfather? I hope so. Is it going to be that I was a good employee, a good worker? No, that's really not the legacy that I want to leave behind. And because of the fact that I've been teaching mathematics for 14 years, I really went back to something that I started about 5 years ago, and I challenged myself to say, what are you going to leave to the world? I'm a firm believer that a man should do things, and I don't just say man, I mean man and woman, but I think a human being, we're really designed with gifts and talents that we're given that are purposed to give to other people to transcend our own selfish wants and desires. So losing the job, becoming a grandfather, some relationship issues that have happened in my life, and the passing of somebody very, very important to me, I realized that the legacy that I want to leave behind is the legacy that I serve the world to better the world. I sat down with a gentleman that I just happened to meet while I was looking for a job. I met this gentleman named Josh. We started talking about finding a job and that led to the topic of what is your passion, which is a very common conversation that I have with a lot of people. And in having the conversation about what is my passion, he ended up conveying to me the same thing a lot of people do when I start talking about math and I start talking about the amount of people and homes that I have helped. And he basically looked at me and said, Bobby, why don't you do something with that? And I left it alone. I'll tell you, I left it alone, and I sat on it, and I went back home, and I literally had to dust off some documents that I had, and I went through some old documents that I had, and I realized that 5 years ago I wrote a math book of my own because I basically built my own curriculum. I also realized that I wrote a teaching booklet for parents. I actually wrote a 200-page document, a 200-page book that I had planned to publish to be a tool that I can give parents so that parents would have something to lean on and say, I now have something that I can use as a tool to help my family. Looking back 5 years later, I realized that's not enough. Having a book with information isn't enough. Having my own math curriculum isn't enough. And meeting this guy, Josh, just basically, and Josh, I really appreciate you. I hope you're watching, but sitting down with Josh and talking about this thing that's so important to me, I realized that's not enough. So after some really deep thought, some really alone time, really sitting with myself and thinking, okay, what do I want to do with this thing that I've been given, this gift that I've been given? Because my ability to teach math really is a gift. I've been privileged and blessed in the world to spend 14 years of my life teaching mathematics in the private sector, also teaching at the college level, remedial college math and GED students, and also teaching high school students. So basically I sat down and asked myself, okay, what do you want to do with it? After sitting down with Josh, I ended up having a conversation with one of my really good friends, Rob Brewer. And Rob and I had a conversation driving to do some work one day. And talking to him, he basically asked me, what would you need to take this teaching thing that you have that's been a blessing to so many people's lives? What do you need to take it to another level? And I told him, well, I had this idea once upon a time of shooting video, like me recording me teaching mathematics. And he said, do it. And this is not a lie. That very night that Rob and I were talking about me needing a video team, we went to a company to see a buddy that he knows, and we were doing some work, some IT work, and I met a guy named Jay, and Jay and I were just having small talk. And in small talk, he asked me the same question a lot of people ask me. He's like, so what do you do? And I didn't want to give him the whole, well, I'm a project manager or I work in IT. I told him, I said, I teach mathematics. And he was like, tell me about it. And man, I was just on fire. Like when I start talking about mathematics, when I start talking about how I love to help families, how I love to help children, and how I love to help adult students, he literally looked at me when I said the word video, and he's like, you're not going to believe this, but I'm a videographer. And I was like, are you really? He's like, no kidding. Jay gave me his card. We had small talk. The next day, we ended up texting, and I told him, I said, I need somebody to help me get to this next level. I met Josh, who's like encouraging me, Rob, who's reminding me, and then I met you, a video guy. And Jay literally is like, I didn't know if I was going to take this, if I was going to do this video thing anymore until I met you. So it felt like the universe was kind of conspiring that we needed to do this. And at that moment, considering all the things that have happened in my life, I told Jay, I said, I'm going to do it. Will you be my video guy? Can I work with you to take this mathematical knowledge, this mathematical teaching that I have, can I take it to another level? And he was like, I'm on board. I believe in your vision. I relayed it to my buddy Rob, and he was like, I believe in the vision. I relayed it to my buddy Josh that I just met. He's like, I believe in the vision. I relayed it to some other very, very close and special friends of mine, and they were like, you need to do it. So tonight I am formally announcing what I plan to do with 14 years of teaching to the world. So essentially the very first thing I'm going to do, and I'm very, very excited about this, is I'm going to go on YouTube. I'm going to start a weekly YouTube channel, a YouTube show entitled the iTutor Math Show. So say it, the iTutor Math Show. I want you to say it because I want you to know it. Why do I want you to know it? Because it is the thing that is very near and dear to my heart. After teaching mathematics for 14 years and working with so many people that the conversation started with, I can't, or I'm not, or I'm failing, or I'm not going to be able to do blank. I'm going to start a show on YouTube that every week I'm going to build the content from the information you give me, from the information people share with me, and I'm going to discuss what it takes to build an environment of learning at home. I'm going to share with you all the knowledge, all the input, all the inspiration, all the motivation, all the encouragement, all the passion that I have to help your family overcome the mathematical problem that we have in America. That is the #1 mission and vision of the iTutor Math Show. I want to take all the experience that I have and be an outlet to you. So if you are a family that's struggling with mathematics, if you are an adult student struggling with mathematics, I'm telling you right now, my show is going to be available for you to engage with somebody, comment, you can text me, you can email me, ask me the hard questions, and I will share with you everything that I have that has allowed the families that I've worked with for 14 years to be successful. And I'm going to tell you, I've worked with people that are dyslexic, who have become AP and pre-AP students who've gone on to college to be successful in mathematics. I've worked with people who have had math learning disorder. And yes, if you're asking yourself, there is a thing called math learning disorder. I've worked with people who had fear of testing. I've worked with people who looked at me and said, I can't do this one thing better in my life because I'm lacking a GED. I've worked with students who said, Mr. Ozuna or Coach Bobby, I'm 2 weeks away, and if I don't pass this test, I can't get out of high school. I've worked with people who said, I can't get in the military if I don't pass this test. I'm going to take all of the knowledge that I have, and every week live available to you, I'm going to discuss what it takes to build an environment learning at home to help your family. The content from the show, the agenda of the show is basically going to be built by you. So if you know a family, or if you are a family, or if you're an adult student that is struggling with mathematics at home, this is the place that I want you to meet me at. The show is called iTutor Math Show. My channel is on YouTube. Now, how do you find it on YouTube? I don't have a custom URL. What does a custom URL mean? It means you go to youtube.com/iTutorMathShow. Right now, I don't have that. What I need is 100 subscribers. As the launch of this video, I don't know how many minutes ago, 13 minutes ago, I had 79 subscribers, or 80 subscribers. I need 21 more subscribers to subscribe to my YouTube channel so I get a custom URL. So that way you can tell people, go to youtube.com/iTutorMathShow. Every time you hear somebody that says, my kid's struggling with the state standardized test, or my child is struggling to pass, or worse than that, listen to me. I can tell you, I have met so many families and over the years where the parents come in, they sit in my home or I sit in their home, and their child is there, and there is a division between that family. I'm talking about a mother and father, or a father or a mother, or grandparents who love a child, and I've seen a division in that family because of the heartache caused by something as simple as mathematics. It is my goal to offer insight and encouragement to those families so that you don't have to be torn apart, so that you'll know what to do, so that you can build an environment of learning at home and master the math problem. That is the most important thing. What I need from you. Now, I jokingly put on Facebook today, I got 2,114 friends on Facebook. 2,114 friends. Now, I can realistically say that I know about 90% of those people. That's not a lie. 90% of the people that are on my Facebook friends list are people that I actually know. What I'm asking you is that you know a family, or you are a family that is struggling with mathematics at home. I want you to share this video. When I'm done, I want you to share it. And I don't want you to share it one time. I want you to share it 10 times. I want you to share it with 10 different people. And I want you to put on there, if you're struggling with math, or if you know someone that's struggling with math, I want you to put those words and I want you to share it, because that's #1. The bigger picture for 2019, which is something I'm really excited about, I'm extremely nervous, but I'm really excited about, is in 2019, I'm going to launch something called the Rebel Math School. Again, I want you to humor me and say the words, Rebel Math School. I'm going to launch an online success school focused on mathematics called the Rebel Math School. It's an app. You can use it on your tablet, you can use it on your laptop, or you can use it on your mobile device. I'm going to teach what I have found to be 50 of the most fundamental problems that people face in mathematics. In the 14 years that I've been teaching, I found that people struggle with fractions or percents or linear equations or fundamental geometry. There's a slew of things that people struggle with. I'm not going to teach courses that correlate to what the school systems might say. In other words, I'm not going to teach a pre-algebra course. I'm not going to teach an algebra course. I'm not going to teach a geometry course. What I'm going to teach is fundamental mathematics that is relevant, listen to me, to anyone from 3rd or 4th grade through college math. That means if you're in college mathematics, you need to know this information. If you're in remedial mathematics, you need to know this information. If you're an adult trying to get your GED, you need to know it. If you're a high school student needing to pass a state standardized test, you need to know it. If you're a middle schooler trying to get into high school, you need to know it. If you're an elementary school student, some schools 3rd grade, at least 4th and 5th grade, you're going to need to know the content. So starting in 2019, I'm going to start releasing courses at rebelmathschool.com. Don't go check it out yet. I purposely don't have that domain available for you yet. But basically, you'll be able to purchase courses that are taught by me, totally 180 degrees different than what the school system's teaching. Why is that important? Here's some data for you before I get off. There's 51 million students in America between pre-K and 12th grade being taught mathematics the same way. I am not implying that the school system of America is teaching math wrong, but as of today, doing some research with my team, out of 70 something countries ranked 0 to 70, America is about 37, 38. That means we're 50%, we're in the middle of all ranked nations in mathematics. I can tell you as a proud American, as a former Marine, in the same country that is home to the New York Yankees, the NFL, the Dallas Cowboys, and the United States Marine Corps, I find it very difficult to believe that we are in the mid-range of top countries mathematically when mathematics is the easiest thing to learn and it is the easiest thing to teach. Again, the show is not going to fault anyone. I'm not faulting parents, I'm not faulting students, and I'm not faulting a school system. What I'm going to do is bring you the information that you need to help your family at home. The school is going to be me teaching mathematics, and I promise you, the tagline for the Rebel Math School is a different school of thought. I promise you, when you see the courses that I've taught, you're going to notice that I teach mathematics as a right brain thinker, as an artist, totally 180 degrees different than the school system does. It is my hope, with everything that I have, with every ounce of passion that I have, it is my hope to be a blessing to families in America and anyone in the world. But for the most part, America, I want to see families say, I've been struggling, or my child's been struggling, my family's been struggling, we don't know what to do. Those are the families I want to reach. So number one is the iTutor Math Show. I'll be streaming every Thursday night live for 10 minutes. For 10 minutes, you got to tolerate my mouth. For 10 minutes, you got to tolerate my face. Every week, the content from the show is going to be built by you. So I don't care who you are. If you're struggling, you have an area where you're struggling, I want you to reach out to me. I want you to comment on any of my videos. I want you to message me on Facebook. I have actually a social, what am I calling them? Social media analyst. I've got 2 high school students that are my students. They've been with me for 5 years. That's Mariah. I promise I say your name. And that's Matthew. These are students that have been with me for 5 years. They're seniors now. They were struggling students in 7th grade. Both of them have a GPA higher than 3.5. Both of them are going to college. Both of them can fail the SAT and they're still going to college. Both of those students are now going to be reviewing comments, reviewing questions from people to help me build a script for a show every week. So that's number one. Again, I need subscribers. If you go to my Facebook when this video is over, at the very top post, you're going to see a tacky little picture of me that references my YouTube channel. It does not have a unique URL. I need you to click on that, go out to YouTube, click that little bell, and then I'm asking you to share it with 10 people, because I know you're lying if you say you don't know any other family that's not struggling with mathematics. I need you. If you believe in the vision, if you believe in the mission, if you believe in what it is I want to do to help America, to help families, then I'm asking you to share that. In 2019, I'm going to launch the Rebel Math School. The beautiful thing about the app is that you'll be able to purchase courses, and you'll be able to bundle courses, and better than that, for families that are struggling, or for families that don't have a child or themselves that are impacted by mathematics, you'll be able to purchase courses that we'll give away every week on the show. So again, I don't care who you are. I don't care what your demographics are. I don't, honestly, listen to me. I don't care what the demographics are, and I don't care who you are. If you're struggling with mathematics, I'm telling you, I can help your family. I've worked with all of it. I've seen the worst of it, and I've helped everyone. I need subscribers to the YouTube channel, and I need you to share the message with everyone else. The last thing I'm going to leave you with before I get off is tomorrow I'm hosting a private event in Fort Worth. It is a private event. There's only about 60 people that are going to be there, and I want to give a shout out to everybody who's going to be there tomorrow. I've contacted as many former students that I could. That's middle school students, high school students, GED students, college students, students that are already out of school. I've reached out to as many as that I could, and tomorrow, thanks to my boy Jay-Z Allen, Snug B Productions, which is the official video team of the iTutor Math Show and the Rebel Math School, we are shooting a five-minute video documentary from my former students. This is going to be my former students and their families. Mariah, make sure you tell your mom, and their families' opportunity to share what their struggles were like, how hard they worked for it, and the successes that they have, to be an encouragement to other people. That's happening in Fort Worth in an undisclosed location, so if you're going, don't be telling everybody. But basically, we're going to film a couple documentaries tomorrow to help be a blessing to other people in the world. That's the whole point. So I'm super excited about that. I'm super thankful for the people who have contributed, for the people who have helped me, for Rob Brewer, for Jay Allen, for Josh Hurt, for Trisha. Thank you so much for the people who have been helping me, people who have been supporting me. This is the first video of what will be a weekly series. I will start in December. The show is called iTutor Math Show. The school is called the Rebel Math School. The school will launch in 2019, and I give you my word, no offense, George R.R. Martin, but I will launch my first course before you launch first episode of season 8 of Game of Thrones. The iTutor Math Show will start sometime in December. I've got a team that just kind of came together because of the vision, because they believe in helping other families, and tomorrow is really the first day of work. There's been a lot of pre-work that we've done leading up to this moment, taking a vision, taking this idea that I can help other people before I die, more than 10 people, more than 20 people, more than 60 people. My goal, just so you know, my goal is to reach 500,000 homes in America. I don't want to be buried until I can say that I touched 500,000 homes in this country. That's literally 1%. 1% of the 51 million students in pre-K to 12th grade in the United States of America. That's my goal. I want to reach 1% of the population. That's 86,000 students in Fort Worth ISD alone, just in my own backyard, to be a blessing. So I don't care who you are. I don't care what you've gone through. Before you quit, before you say I want to drop out, before you say I want to kill my kid because they're not listening, before you're a kid that says I can't stand my parents because they don't understand, I'm telling you, just be a little bit more patient. I will be live on the air every week. I'm going to talk about what's important to you. I'm going to be the insight, the encouragement, and the motivation that you need, and I will help you succeed in mathematics. That is my word. That is my bond. If I'm lying, I'm dying. That is my word. So again, the show is called iTutor Math Show. After this video, go to my Facebook page, click on the link that will take you to YouTube. I love you if you'll do this for me. Click the subscribe button. Share that with 10 different people. Share that with 10 different people. And next year, when I launch the Rebel Math School, that's rebelmathschool.com. It's not open yet. When I launch the Rebel Math School, I'm going to present a different approach to mathematics that many people have seen that's going to make math really simple. So again, I'm about out of time. I want to thank everybody who's watching, everybody who's supporting me. I love you. I thank you. For the people coming out to my private event tomorrow, I can't even tell you how emotional I'm probably going to be. I cry at the end of Rocky 2, and I cry at the end of Rudy. I'll probably be crying tomorrow. If you are a former student, I have tried to find you. I've blasted it on Facebook. If you want to be involved tomorrow, you need to comment on this video for me to get a hold of you. You need to leave a number for me to find you. But we have a private event in Fort Worth that's going on. tomorrow, where we're filming a documentary to be a blessing to other people. So to all of you that have joined, wow, that's a lot of people. To all of you that have joined, all of you that have left a comment, all of you that have been support and encouragement, I love you. I thank you. I'm super excited. I'm super nervous. I am so nervous. I am so nervously excited because I know that I've been fortunate enough to have a gift that can help other people's lives, that can help families. It can help that one person. If there's just one person who's on the cusp of saying, I'm going to drop out, or one family that's on the brink of saying, we're going to quit, you're going to want to watch my show. Don't quit. Don't give up. Do not throw in the towel. I promise you, when I'm done, you're going to look back and you're going to say, like all of my students have for 14 years, the math wasn't even hard. The hardest part was getting out of my way. My name is Bobby Ozuna. On behalf of the Rebel Math School team, the iTutor Math Show, my children, my family, my friends, I love you. Thank you very much. And we're out. And we're out soon. Bye.